I'm Jan Wright, and I'm an indexer. You see this? This is a typical ebook index. It's a dead chapter. It's a useless chapter in the back of the book with no links. This one doesn't even have page numbers. Usually there's a gentle suggestion to the reader that they could use these as search terms with the search tool. But sometimes you'll see them with page numbers, and the page numbers are dead. Sometimes you'll see them and they're hyperlinked. That's really rare. Now, as a typical ebook reader, I know I've arrived at this index because search hasn't worked for me on something. Whatever it is I'm looking up, I haven't found it. And in order for me to get here, I've had to go to the table of contents. I've had to go to the very end of it, scrolling down. I've had to choose the index chapter. And now that I'm here at the front page, I have no good information. I have no page numbers. I have no links. I've wasted 20 to 30 seconds. If you were doing this, you would have given up long before I did. I only persisted because I'm an indexer. Indexes intrigue me. I want to look at all of them in e-book readers and see how they're working. None of them are working really well right now. Even if the index is hyperlinked, like this lovely one that's in Thomas Friedman's book. Thank you, Thomas Friedman, for putting hyperlinks in your index. It helps a lot, but we're still not there. Because I still need to scroll through this thing. If I'm looking up something in the P's or the S's or the T's, this is still just acting like a book, and I have to page through until I find the letter and then the entry that I want. That takes a long time to do. Can you imagine how frustrated a reader would get during this process? People are being trained not to use indexes in ebooks. Having an index be nothing but a dead chapter in the back of the book is wasting a valuable navigation tool. The reader is losing out. Search is great. Don't get me wrong. I use search all the time. Tables of contents, I love them. That's exactly how I find out how the author has broken down things. But search and the TOC don't always work for a reader. Some recent studies on graduate students using Kindles for their textbooks found that 50% of the students later show up to buy or borrow from the library a print edition of the book. This is not good news for ebook manufacturers. It means something's not working for them. Awkward navigation is part of the reason, as is inadequate search. When readers search for answers, they aren't always looking for quick ideas or one-word topics. Sometimes they decide to focus on a different term. Back they go through the search again. Or they broaden their search, or they change the aspect that they're researching. Sometimes they haven't read the book and they just need to know if an idea is in there at all, or their name. But they may not know what this author calls their idea, and there's nobody there to tell them. Sometimes they're in learning mode, sometimes they're in browsing mode. We don't know what mode they're in when they pick up the ebook. A simple search tool and the TOC don't handle all of their needs during these complex mental processes. An index, however, is like having a conversation with the reader. We've already read the book. We know where the greatest hits are. We're going to let you in on the secret. An index is a navigational tool that tells the reader where things are and what this author calls things. For digital-based reading, it can be combined with search. It can enhance search. We have a prototype of how this search plus index could work. It means using metadata that already exists, leveraging it, making the search function show results from the index, the greatest hits, and showing those hits in context. It looks like this. This is semantic metadata being used. It can have attributes. It could be used to enhance search or browsed in a full chapter with hyperlinks if people still want to browse a full index. But leaving it dead and unused is a waste. We would like to show this Search Plus Index prototype at Tools of Change and get feedback on how we could incorporate it into real tools and readers. Including and using this metadata means better search and therefore happier readers. And if it's already been paid for with the print edition, why not use it? Thanks for listening.